Good morning. Welcome to Muddy Boots, Louisiana. It's actually afternoon, late afternoon at this point. You can see the pile of debris next to me. That was Sunday's quick little, supposed to be 2-hour project that ended up taking all night and has yet to be finished. We did capture a pretty decent video that will be getting posted right after this. It's a time-lapse video, so there's no introduction on it, hence the reason I'm doing the introduction now. The steps to the porch were bolted on and they were getting old and rickety and coming apart, so we decided it would be a nice thing to build some new steps. There wasn't too many of them, they were kind of small. Figured we'd do it real quick, maybe 2-hour job, Sunday afternoon. Nice little project. Well, as you can tell from the pile of debris and what the video will show you we did, turned into an all afternoon into evening event, and now we're going to have a whole nother day, probably this coming weekend, to finish it. The problem was, as I started ripping the steps off, we realized the beam that the steps were attached to was completely rotten. That's buried over there somewhere. And you'll see in the video, but I had to keep cutting back to find good wood and a good ability to attach to keep it structural. So instead of the deck going from post to post straight across, now the first step is recessed inside the deck. That'll be finished up with a piece of quarter round up there probably, or a piece of deck board cut down to be a little bit bigger than a quarter round. I'm going to drop down another step that's going to drop down onto the concrete pad. The steps went from, I guess, roughly 3 foot wide, 3.5 foot wide to 8 foot wide. So if you're a new visitor to watching our channel, I want to say welcome. If you're a returning viewer, I want to say thank you for coming back, and if you are, then you realize we do several different projects and none of them are ever the same. Heck, half the time we don't even finish the ones we start. So thank you. Watch the time-lapse video, and we will be putting out another video probably this coming weekend as far as finishing out the steps and going from there. Also, check out our short on the piping project going on behind our house. They are starting to dump mud in our little crawfish pond and filling it in so we can plant an orchard. So stay tuned and keep watching. Thank you. Have a good one. Alright guys, due to some technical difficulties and batteries not being charged for the cameras, we didn't get the building of the second layer of steps. So we originally had this section here built. I built this today. I've got one piece of quarter round I'm going to run across there to kind of finish off that edge, make everything roll down real well. Everything else I'm going to leave open. The only thing else I'm going to do is on this concrete pad, I'm going to get some of that plastic or composite deck material, and I'm going to cut it to the length of this pad, and I'm just going to run it side to side to right there to the edge or thereabouts, wherever that comes out. And that will help transition to the first step. They're not real tall. The first one is 7 3/4 of an inch tall. If I put a 5/4 deck board on there, that'll put it under 7 inches. The second one is only like 6 3/4 inches tall. And what I noticed while I was doing it, that slot right there that you see, when I was working on it today, you could feel the cool air coming out from underneath the house, which was nice. So that'll help with some airflow, which will help keep things dry. We may in the future stain these, and you gotta realize this is only a temporary solution until we rip all of this entire deck area out. We already ripped that portion out. We're gonna be ripping this portion out. But that's the stair rebuilding that turned into rotten deck removal and rebuild. Thanks for watching. Keep staying tuned. If you take a sneak peek right there, we will be doing an unboxing and a review on some Garvey timber clamps. So stay tuned and you'll catch that one. Thanks. Have a good one.